This is EA Sports FC 24. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well, and this was provided by the EA Content Creators Network. So let's dive in and take a look at the first newly branded entry in the FC franchise. So if you're not familiar with the long-running soccer/football simulation, depending on where you live, right? This was FIFA for decades. And this is the first year where the breakup of that branding has basically caused EA to create a new identity for their experience. But it's still the great game you know, actually refined, looking great out of the box, and offering a number of enhancements to the core experience to the point where you're kind of probably still going to feel that the need to call it FIFA for a while. But you'll get over that branding as you move towards this new style of play that really is just, the same experience, but a lot cleaner and just kind of refined. So what are we getting here? 4K resolution, 60 FPS, there's HDR support, and many ways to play this game. Whether that is in, difficulty settings, or kind of the accessibility options, or local, or multiplayer. There are a ton of different ways to experience what this game has to offer. So, locally, up to 4 players. If you jump online, up to like 22 players. And yeah, you're able to do just a host of different interactions with the game. So there's the traditional quick play, which is typically what I'm into in regards to, kind of playing this game when I do check it out. There we go, lovely. So yeah, quick play kickoff, where you get a number of different settings. There's like just quick settings like, hey, jump into this match, or you can use the plethora of different teams to kind of create the setup in the scenario you want in regards to like the length of the matches, the setups, the teams going at it, everything like that. And there's something like 19,000 players, over 700 clubs, and over 30 leagues. There's also Ultimate Team, which is your card-based game that you know and love. There's manager career, player career, clubs. There's the Volta, which is like smaller, more, tight type soccer. There's seasons, tournaments, there's co-op seasons, and your various online options in regards to competing and playing with others across a range of scenarios. I'll also mention that I have turned the presentation to Legacy. There is a new sort of aesthetic, but it kind of threw me off a little bit, so I went right back to the Legacy visual preset, in case you are wondering why my version of the game looks maybe a little bit different than yours out of the box. So, well, I mean, off the download at this point, am I right? But yeah, that is kind of why that setting is like that. So yeah, you can really experience it like you always do locally, with your up to 4 players, doing online stuff up to 22. Offside? No, that's good. Okay. I thought I was going to outmuscle for that one. But yeah, it's got great upgraded aesthetics and visuals. I mean, it should feel similar to what we've had with the current gen releases for a number of years now, but I do think it does look a little cleaned up, a little shined up in terms of visual presentation, gameplay mechanics, and yeah, there are a lot of other big changes to this one in terms of the gameplay and the design. So let's dive into that. So Hypermotion V, which is something I think you've even seen branded on the screen a few times, volumetric data from over 180 top-tier matches for the current gen, offers more natural movement and something like 1,200 signature run styles. So the largest thing that I've seen them focus on over the last couple of years is a heightened sense of randomness and realistic styles to how the athletes and players move, how they function, how they interact with what's going on. And I think it works very well in regards to making something that comes across as more dynamic and more realistic. Like just the way the players kind of shift and move and pass and play, it's all handled very, very well. And then you just get to this like the huge range of different sort of like animations for what's going on. Like your players, I saw someone like headbutt the ball in or do like a big wheel kick. And, those aren't necessarily new things, but just like the way the characters move and everything like that is just more random and therefore a little bit more realistic because not every animation in real life, every time you move around and stuff is going to be the same every time. It's going to be different every single time you do it. And we're not at the point where it's like completely random to that degree, but we are getting closer to just having this sense of like everything feels more unique and dynamic in that regard. So playstyles are another feature. Using real-world data, they add more dimension to the players to make them unique in how they react and do things within the game, so that is kind of a big setting there too. Alongside the realistic Sapien player model enhancements, so that's just adding layers of further detail and basically set up so that they have more correct proportions and look and feel from real life into the game, which is great. And they've just got like these really hyper stylized sort of like cinematic moments. I don't know if you kind of noticed that, but they are quite interesting seeing those sort of really, because I mean I think the game definitely has like a bit of a stylistic sort of look, like it almost looks a bit saturated, which is interesting. But like it is quite realistic and detailed and good looking, and then you get those cutscenes where it just looks really intensive and sort of like a hyper realistic, kind of almost over the top sort of thing, but works well. I mean, I think it's a pretty good looking game and pretty well handling. So for Ultimate Team, which again, your card-based system, there's new things on improving your players with this style called evolutions. So evolutions are where you like complete objectives to boost skills, ratings, and your items look. Men's and women's football together under the Ultimate Team banner, so you can kind of do that. And then there's some slight adjustments to various aspects of Ultimate Team. And I know Ultimate Team's a very important part of the experience for a lot of people. It's not really my sort of thing. A lot of the game modes, I just, whatever, I don't care. I do quick play stuff, and that's good enough for me. But, I know that this is like a big part of things. So that was kind of the aspect I really wanted to highlight. So the career modes have also been changed a bit. Like they're now kind of, they're split. So we've got the player career, where you are sort of more dynamically charting your path as an athlete. Like you've got the player styles, and there's just like deeper levels of like personalization, customization. Part of how they're achieving that is with the kind of like agent. So there's like an agent element to it, where it's kind of like a better element to actually chart that dream career path and how you want to make your way up through the league. And it's just that, and there's a lot of other kind of like tweaks and adjustments to like the career mode, and you're seeing that also with manager career. So manager career, as I mentioned, is split off, and for manager career, you're getting a heightened level of being able to manage your club to be what you want them to be. So you now have improved elements over your in-game tactics for how your team approaches scenarios, and also more advanced and complex training elements for your squad in order to train them in a more effective way to the design, basically the play ethos that you have kind of lined out for your squad. So then we have Volta adjustments. So Volta, new club season format, which includes playoffs and player styles. And we also have more heavily integrated features and cross-play elements. And that is kind of the cross of the game too, are the cross-play aspects of the experience where you're able to do, because obviously there is all the online multiplayer formats and functionality in order to basically offer you something where you are able to play with others cooperatively or competitively, however you want, just like you have in past experiences with the, once FIFA franchise, now FC24, which is an interesting name in itself. But yeah, just really easy ways for you to play and compete with others, and then with the current generation of consoles, you're getting cross-play elements across your experience so that your package can, be run where you're playing with others across other platforms, which is quite a nice option within the game. So you are getting what is a pretty comprehensive package in regards to FIFA. I mean, you got, well, now FC, right? But you got that comprehensive package from the previous FIFA games under this new rebranded sort of style and aesthetic. And I think it works really well. I think there's a lot to enjoy here. I think this is a well set up, well mechanically handled and designed game that offers you many ways to play, whether you're doing that locally by yourself, locally with others, online cooperatively or competitively against others. And then you just get a really refined, upgraded, more technical and realistic take on the sport, of soccer slash football simulation. It offers a lot of ways for you to play, a lot of things for you to do. It's a well-rounded package, and sure, it's similar in design to what we've had in previous years, aside from the big rebranding. But I think they did a nice job with this package of actually upgrading it, making it feel a little bit more refined in some ways, and actually trying to make it feel a little bit different, which I think was kind of a big part of this, was just trying to be like, okay, we've got this great foundation, we handle all the licensing, everything like that. We don't need the FIFA name. Let's go in, let's create something that feels familiar, but, upgrade it under our own brand and kind of carry forward from there. And I think that's really what we're seeing here, is just the evolution of this long-running franchise. Some elements are played safe. Some elements, I think, are advanced pretty well. It is some nice layering gameplay mechanics. Like, it feels good to handle. It feels well put together. I mean, in general, FIFA every year is a pretty well done game. Let's be real here. There's a lot to it. It's well rounded out. I don't know if I love the new menus kind of design, but, menus aren't like a massive part of this. But anyways, yeah, I quite enjoy what this has to offer. I think it's pretty well done. It's a nice addition and release this year. Handles well, looks good, offers the full scope of current-gen features you'd expect, and the further pushes for realism are quite cool. So with that, just enjoy some non-commentary gameplay to see everything in action.
Now how about the short corner? Sterling crossing. Well, the header needed to be a lot better than that. Didn't really make the keeper work. Casemiro. Marcus Rashford. Christian Eriksen now. Well, they have the ball once more. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Oh, good run this. Now, what can he do with it? And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Rashford. And maybe Rashford. Oh, must be. And a goal! He's doubled his total for the day in superb scoring form.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, while the movement in the box is equal to it. It's such good timing. What a goal.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Caicedo. And he might be through here. Must finish. And that's an excellent piece of defending to thwart him. Thiago Silva not given a moment's peace. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. And it's two for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, but there's still plenty for him to do. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he's just able to keep him at bay and finishes with aplomb. It's a great goal.
Determined defending. Anthony. Rashford. Decides to shoot. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United are the winners today anyway. What did you think of their performance all told?
There have been days of eager anticipation prior to this massive clash, but now we need talk about it no more, and instead focus on the here and now. A match that has the capacity to delight and dazzle no matter who you support.
Soccer fixture.
Drama guaranteed, and it's live, coming up next on EA TV.
And a warm welcome on what is a fine day for football. I'm delighted to be able to report. I'm Derek Ray, and ready with his tactics board alongside me is Stuart Robson, my commentary partner. And very much looking forward to bringing you live action from MLS. It's Toronto FC up against Inter Miami.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
This is looking threatening. Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And the timing of the run is just as good. As for the finish, it was never in doubt.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? DeAndre Yedlin. Now with Messi. Well, attacking possibilities, but really sticking to their task defensively. Bernardeschi. Oh, nice ball. Just the clearance that was called for. Slovenia. An effective challenge. Busquets. Has a go. Oh, a tremendous block. Sapong. Being egged on by the crowd. They've gone and scored again. They're doing everything in their power to make sure they're not pegged back.
Well, here's the replay, and just look how quickly they break forward once they win the ball back. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
Martinez. He's in with a chance. A goal as they cut into their advantage. Still plenty of life in this match.
Well, he wasn't going to waste this chance. 1v1 against the keeper, and he slots it away with great confidence. That's a good finish.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs. Jordi Alba. Really fine play to keep possession. Well, it's a good-looking position. Is there a goal in their future? Trying his luck. Oh, really commanding goalkeeping. Elects to go short. Aviles. Couldn't keep it. He has time to play it over. Has someone to play it to. Still could be dangerous. Well, there it is. Can you believe this? From 2 down, they now find themselves level. Well, it has taken a Herculean effort for them to get back to level pegging under these trying circumstances. He's taken on his opponent here. Can he finish? And he clears it out of harm's way. DeAndre Yedlin. Really showing off his wide range.